We have victim slow nearby enemy, and what it's doing is that because I'm slowing far enemies, it's applying frostbite to stuff that I'm not in combat with, which is actually causing us to aggro those monsters as well. It's not killing them, it's not even getting them down to half HP, but there's an argument where, okay, it's getting them down far enough to allow the scissors to kill it. Now, on the flip side, I could also say scissors will kill them, regardless of if frostbite shows up. However, I can say that frostbite is getting more monsters on top of each other and letting me do better snips. So I was looking at my YouTube comments, because in the last Dead Cells vid, I asked, what in the world can we actually do? And I thought to myself, okay, what else do I think is like legit bad that's not just Misericord? And something I've been talking a lot about is Frostbite. Frostbite is something that I just cannot stand. So, what if the thing that we play is try to make Frostbite good? Part of me thinks that's not possible. Maybe I should have gone to training room first, to even like show what Frostbite even is. I'm sure there's people who are like, Veed, I don't recognize that. Oh wow, I am so rusty. My parry mechanics, holy crap. Worse is Vampirism. I'd rather play Vampirism than Frostbite, not gonna lie. Anything's possible with the power of friendship. Frostbite's possible with friendship. I don't know about that. The homies don't let a homie walk out the door with Frostbite. I went survival to try to get a brutality weapon, which is this. This is probably okay. And then I have to re-roll it to try to get victim slow, which shovel can get. Chat, I hope you all are ready to die. I guess I'll get this. It is technically used with Frostbite, but it's like, why would I get rid of Flamethrower for Frostbite? Why not just use the Flamethrower and probably do better? Okay. So I know we're losing a really cool stun the victim here, but what we're hoping for is victim slow nearby targets. No, not like this. The other piece of the puzzle is, of course, Frostbite. That's what we're here for. 46 DPS per stack. The shovel by itself is 900 DPS. I'm not a math major, but 46 is a very, very far number from 900. Now, the way how this is supposed to get better is you stack it. The first stack of slow is 46. If it has 2, jumps up to 92. 92 is 10% of my shovel's damage. So if I can get 2 stacks, then, and only then, are we anywhere near 10% of what the shovel's already doing. Unfortunately, I don't have much for slow right now, but we're using Brutality, so that gives us the chance to run Melee Mutation. We'll have victim slow nearby targets. We'll have all the stuff to do the slows and freezes, so don't worry about that part. It's gonna be a scratch. On a frozen target? That was like not awful. Of course, slow is 5 stacks, so it's doing 400 DPS. 1 stack is doing like 7 to 8 damage. Look at that. It's like a non-existent number. Okay. Just do this now before we forget about it. Sewing scissors, victim slow nearby enemies, colorless, by the way. That could be the end that we need to make this like kind of legit. Could we shovel the eggs? You can. You can shovel the eggs in Dead Cells. That's the 5 things I wish I knew. Yeah, now that I think about it, if you just happen to get legendary or colorless survival weapons, the build's like kind of legit. We got victim slow nearby target, so now when a monster dies, it will slow stuff around. And what ends up happening is we're gonna aggro more monsters, which could be a problem. See, I aggroed this before it was even ready. They're taking frostbite damage. Victims freeze nearby enemies when they die, but with sewing scissors, that doesn't matter. Because if a monster dies, whatever other monster's close is gonna die too. So we want no mercy. I think we want melee mutation still. Because like, on the boss, for example, we won't actually get the benefit of frostbite unless we have slow on hit. You know what I wish we had? I wish by the end of the game would tell me how much damage each of my things did. I'm gonna need someone to review the footage and tell me how good Frostbite was. Look at that. 10 damage, 11 damage. Oh my god. Giga numbers right there. Never before seen numbers. Oh my god, I thought that was my ice grenade. That's very not good. My bad, chat, my bad. Oh crap. If we can get a legendary ice grenade, that's kind of good because that lets you hit the monster multiple times before it breaks out. How much do we care about the ice grenade? Actually, it doesn't matter what level the ice grenade is. The boss or monster doesn't care. See, the taunt has victim slow nearby enemies. Like, we shouldn't use it. Just to say that. That seems bad. But, like, technically, it has that built in. Quick mimic check. Wow. Oh my god, that thing went to space. Mars X. There we go. Victims freeze nearby. Chat, I promise, Ice Bite. That's the build. I mean, this is how I used to play with Frostbite back in the day. Just a way to aggro more monsters on the screen. This isn't new. Get destroyed. Dang, tried to move forward. We might need No Mercy, because some of this stuff is getting like really low, but it's simply not dying to the Frostbite, because Frostbite does no damage. If I could get it just like a little bit closer to death, No Mercy is gonna be the one who does that, I think. Oh, this thing won't chase me now. I don't think the crystals count. No, it doesn't. Wow. That's kind of cool. If I'm like halfway through fighting a monster, I kill one, aggro the next. Now like my scissors work more effectively because now monsters are just coming to me and stacking to get themselves killed. Kind of like that. Is that worthy enough of saying Frostbite's doing something? Just putting monsters on top of each other to get snipped? Is that something? I'm like one of those YouTuber debunking ghost videos. Is that the power of Frostbite? The monsters wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Frostbite. That is legitimate. Not troll, by the way, not troll. All right, bonus the burning target. Whatever we get, we have to have victim slow. Oh, I know what we need. We need launch a grenade. Launch a grenade actually activates melee mutation. Assuming we still want to go melee mutation. So I need victim slow, 20% damage, launch a grenade. I need all three of those. The 80% works with powerful grenade. I don't know if we're gonna get the melee mutation synergy. This is getting expensive, and I don't want to lose victim slow. Let's leave it at this. We'll bring in No Mercy now, and then we might get melee mutation after. We are gonna backpack this just in case, but very, very unlikely we do something with that. All right. So, back where we were. Aggroing stuff across the map. Getting snips. Look at all this. Something died apparently. I get a bubble of invulnerability if I snip the monster. You all see that? I feel like I've never noticed that before. I wonder. No, you still get it. I was gonna say, like, maybe if I take off the shield, I won't get it anymore. All right, this map wasn't, like, super great for us because the enemies are too spaced out. Ancient sewers, we need the money. We gotta do hecka reloads right here. Why would this build be bad? You're winning. Because I can win and complain. I can complain about a lot of stuff, actually. Don't tip me. I always have a way to complain about something. Like this reroll I'm about to do. Victim slow, 20% damage, launch a grenade. Okay, I think this is the hit right here. So we're gonna grab melee mutation. Melee is kinda odd. Typically, I never take this with a slow swinging weapon in the first place, because like I want to do melee on a weapon that will not kill the enemy on the first hit. Technically, scissors won't, unless you're stacking like a bat on top of something. However, the launcher grenade, let me see if I can do this. Launcher grenade does apply melee mutation. Hang on, I promise you it does. It doesn't? Why is it getting 2 stacks of slow? Is it just always does 2 stacks no matter what? Okay, so I guess I'm wrong about launcher grenade. Launcher grenade is not necessary at all. However, now it appears to be like a little bit easier chance for us to get a frozen monster, maybe? Like that was almost 5 stacks if it didn't die. Frostbite's doing 18 damage per tick. That's only a 1 stack, of course. So if it's a 2 stack, it's taking 36? Wowee, that is a machete and pistol. We'll backpack it. I mean, it's only level 7, but that is extremely interesting. I mean, I guess technically we can use the machete and pistol on the bosses, right? Isn't scissors gonna be bad? Scissors for the biome. It's almost like a fake tombstone, right? How did you not die? It was so low and I have no mercy. All right. I guess we could try the scissors for a second. See how this works out. All right, chat. Conjunctivious, Frostbite. The only way Frostbite even works in this fight is off of melee mutation. The 2 stacks fall off immediately. So we're not even freezing it. If we swap to a faster weapon, let's see if this is any better. We cannot freeze the boss. It simply does not get slow fast enough. So you all are gonna have to look at the damage numbers, because there's a high probability that Frostbite ain't doing dex squat. Just to say that. There's a chance it's not. I'm not gonna say it's definitely not. There's a chance it's doing nothing. I guess technically speaking, like with all the dot on top of each other, like maybe all together we have a really good dot setup. So we'll have to pretend, okay? Pretend that this is now a dot build. Fire's doing, well, the fire's from the flamethrower, I guess. I want to see how much damage the bleed's doing. It's kind of hard to tell. We're getting bleed from the machete. I think I saw 40 damage in there from bleed. Also, the pistol part. The pistol does fire. That's like a 5 things I wish I knew. This is bleed, and then that's fire. All right. I really don't think Frostbite did anything there, but maybe I'll take this footage, toss it in DaVinci Resolve, get a freeze frame, just to try to do some math to figure out who in the world can justify the Frostbite on the boss. Yeah, there's some times where you could giga stack a monster together. get one Frost Blast and then like Frostbite all of them. But like, I could have just killed them before I got there. Like, I could have done that and aggroed the entire map. Is this good? Ooh, it moved. All right, yo, triple bread. We take those. Ooh, I had to. I didn't even kill the elite. All right, time to aggro the whole map. Another triple bread. So Frostbite did about 25% if I highball it. That's not nothing. Like, if you think about it, okay, every monster on the map has minus 25% max HP. Yeah, that was 53. Yeah, it's about 20% HP reduction per monster. And then when you think about... Is this copium now? When you think about this thing, No Mercy is a 15% cut from the monster. So in reality, every monster is like minus 30% max HP. Right? That's real. How can you argue against that? Bad build run? Well, we're at the point where only the viewer can confirm if this is bad or not. Oh no, I aggro these with Frostbite? Wait, that's... All right, that's gotta be -1 on the tier list at least. Frostbite auto aggroes the golems with this setup. We might have to use a health pot. Chat, don't save the health pots for Windblown. Just use them. Will there be a troll the noob category? Because aggroing golems is a troll move. I mean, some people might say, V, go ahead, aggro the golem. That makes the run faster. That sends me back to prison quarters sooner. I gotta go eat. Or I have homework to do. It flew. That would have been such a good snip. Imagine not taking cards. Cards can give us poison on hit for dot build, right? Quote unquote dot build. How awful is that? And it does electrify damage. Seems a little troll not to use it. But then this is just gonna be a freaking electrodynamic showcase. That's the curse. I already cleared the whole map. Gonna have to take it with us. We can probably do Clock Tower. Whenever we go, we need a place with a lot of monsters. That's the whole point of this setup. I want to hit one monster and aggro the entire map. All right, what do we got? I'm over here waiting for a survival weapon to drop. Really, the way we want to run this is survival weapons. Now, there is the other argument to just use something like Hayabusa Gauntlets. That way you can like much more easily freeze a boss. But I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Chat, get ready to die. It's been nice knowing you. We're gonna get squashed by... Oh wow, that's bad. We're gonna get squashed by a freaking mummy. Lost victim slow. Got it back. Bonus damage while you're full. Everything else seems okay. Like, it would be nice to get a new weapon, but the only thing I'm interested in are weapons that do victim slow. And for the most part, it's just survival stuff that does that. While we could run Flint. Flint has that option. Flawless has that. I partly think Flint might be a little too strong. War Spear doesn't have it. Giant Killer does have it, but that won't kill a biome monster. Iron Staff. When we get rid of the curse, let's try Iron Staff and see how it feels. Oh, we're gonna get double cursed. We're freaking dead. Ain't no way. I'm gonna aggro so many monsters. Too early. I can't tell if it's good. I genuinely think this might be kinda okay. Until I die from it. All right, chat, let's hook it up. Staff me. And maybe that's better for bosses too. I want to say the parry applies melee mutation. I'm not doing the parry. I'm spamming. Oh no, there's nothing wrong with that, right? We're button mashing. It's like we're playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. You all are gonna have to let me know if the sewing scissors seem better or not. It's gonna take probably the rest of the biome to figure it out though. The advantage of the scissors is we can one-tap elites, and we're kind of like dragging all the monsters on top of each other thanks to Frostbite. The advantage of Iron Stab is I can just play the game without having to worry about anything. Which I guess like you kind of do that with scissors too, if you really think about it. No, we can't use this. It doesn't even do the victim slow. I can't use the flint. That's actually unethical. That's not a true Frostbite Showcase if I run flint. Especially the legendary. Imagine not using it. I'll hold it. But I'm telling you, if I get one comment on the video saying that this is now a flint showcase, I'm a snap. That's so bad. But with flint, this is not unethical. With flint, it should actually be incredibly strong on bosses. It's just like the giant killer build. We need something to kill bosses. We have our biome killer. Technically speaking, the Iron Staff can kill bosses, but we want to make it actually kill bosses. Flint's one of those weapons that has a chance to change the way you do a full run. Yeah, it was definitely one of the most popular things, that they have done in the game is make these like super legendaries. That doesn't block? I wonder if I did something wrong. Like, I'm almost of the right mind to try it again, but I don't know what to change. Maybe I was like too directly underneath it. I feel like I should have blocked that. I kind of miss my scissors. Like, the scissors give you those like dopamine hits when you get the full snip. You don't get that with the Iron Staff, unfortunately. I know I paid good money for this, but it's fine. It's fine. That an exciting thing's gonna happen, and I took that away from you. See? Staff couldn't do that. It almost doesn't matter that it's a low-level scissors, because technically speaking, I just need the monster to have low enough HP to die on top of whoever has high HP. Like that. Staff can't do that. V, my dopamine, give it back. All right, we're good, right? Imagine not going to the giant. The giant cannot be slowed. So I think that means we have to go to Timekeeper. Though if I use taunt on Timekeeper, that sounds like a bad time. I'm gonna give you all just a little bit of flint. Just a little. Not really enough to say that this is a flint showcase. This is how you're supposed to play Dead Cells, right? You're supposed to use stuff for different occasions. That's what we're doing. We're not forgetting about the showcase. This is the showcase. This is exactly how it's supposed to work. First you taunt. She's pretty fast. We're fine. We're so fine. I think I can hold the drink. Yeah, I still get hit. Why did I feel like I did more damage in phase 2? Was I missing the flamethrower? Did I not drop flamethrower in phase 1? Because I feel like the hits were very, very soft. Even with taunt. Even with taunt. But then phase 2 hits actually look pretty good. I want to go Dracula's Castle for the curse incentive, but I don't know if I go in here, will it re-roll? So we're gonna go in here to see if that Dracula's Castle still has curse incentive. Is that reportable? That's interesting. Dracula's Castle is no longer curse incentive. Huh. Who do we report that to? Now that development's over. Maybe not even a bug. Someone might say, V, that's fine. I didn't want that to be cursed anyway. I actually like it. Report it to me? What am I gonna do? All I get to do is complain. If you like hearing me complain about something, then yeah, report everything to me. Ooh, I snipped through the Reinhardt barrier that thing does. I'm about to use a third health pot. That's incredible. Twins? Get snipped? Yo, that's sick. I don't know if this is, you know, moving up on the tier list or not. What I will say is that fun is being had, and of course fun is like a very big factor on tier list. I'm still working on all items tier list, by the way. If you ever wonder, like, why does it take so long to do a YouTube video? I'm probably not doing it correctly. I first had to get footage of every item in the game. So just from that perspective, imagine it's 180 items, just like that many Pokemon. I'm sure someone would say, no, V, no one cares about seeing the item that you're talking about. If they have to see it, then the tier list is useless to them. Not all of it was just like, go to the training room and just hit a green zombie. Like, a lot of it was more intense than that. So like sewing scissors. For me to actually show why sewing scissors is good, I have to attack more than one monster at a time. I cannot go in the training room and just fight a freaking green zombie. That does nothing. So then with all that footage, at that point, you're like, okay, now it's time to talk. In some cases, I even like talked through something and then I had to go check it in game, come to find out I'm wrong. And then I have to like re-record the segment. I wanted to actually like talk through it with purpose, which means I wrote a script for the tier list, so that took some time. I have a really long timeline with every item listed by name. So then I look at my footage, see what weapon I'm talking about, and then I go find that weapon in the timeline. I just like paste the footage, and then I find where I talked about that, and then I paste that in. And that's just like extremely rough, because by the end of it, I have to go back and listen to what I said, try to find, oh, this is where I talk about fighting Timekeeper or fighting the Giant. Fast forward the footage to that segment. So that's gonna take time too. Oh my god, why did I get hit by that? I know I taunted. I feel like taunting is actually making this worse. I need you on top of him. There we go. Like, that seems so much better than taunting. I'm supposed to be doing 75% bonus damage from taunt. I guess the issue with Flint, I don't think the Flaming Trail is melee. I think the Flaming Trail is ranged, but I don't think like half of Flint's damage is getting amped by taunt. What's wrong with this build besides taunt? It's a Frostbite build, first off. If you're not seeing that this is a Frostbite build, then that's probably the first issue. And that's not a you issue, that's a Frostbite issue. Wow. I mean, the Frostbite did like 30% now. I'm still not gonna say this is good. And I guess with the scissors, the lower the monster is, the better. So I can just like one-tap it. Yo, if that thing fell off the map, I would have been so happy. You're liking scissors more and more? That's good, but I don't want people to think this is a scissors showcase. Crap! Alright, she's isolated. You can only kill from the right? Why did it not kill on the first one? Is there any other melee weapon that could hit Shantae in the air? For melee, Flawless might be able to. Flawless does an uppercut on the first hit. I think the issue with it though is you have to jump to touch it. And I would assume, because the Shantae like kind of lags behind a little bit, I would assume you could get very unlucky and just not get in reach of it. Pure Nail, the Hollow Knight weapon, you can just aim up and it'll hit. Morningstar for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Morningstar could do it. Can't go through walls, apparently. Haven't seen this biome in a while. Blaze, good to see you. Yeah, I've been trying to go here more often, because I've only ever really been going Dracula. I don't know when it happened, but at some point, I was like, I just go Dracula every game. FYI, the last time I took Taunt into Spoiler Boss, he killed me. So there is a real argument to not use Taunt in this fight coming up. Yo, my Frostbite popping off. Dude, it killed. Frostbite OP. Frostbite may be the only reason this is working. Frostbite's the only reason I'm even looking at the build in the first place, V. Usually I would just cheese this. Imagine cheesing when you have Frostbite. Bruh. I should have just cheesed it. Let's heal ourselves. 17,000 HP. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Nerf Frostbite? Development's over. Whatever's in the game now that's OP, it's there to stay. Use it now. You waited for just the right time to start abusing stuff. I wish I got a skill shop. And I didn't get the 60 door either, so we have to come in here with Taunt. It's like, do I bother pressing that button? That seems so bad. Oh, buy a potion? Oops. That's not even a, oh, I don't need potions. I legit forget. Because, like, I'm not usually in a situation where I, like, need to buy potions. Not to, like, toot my own horn or anything, but oftentimes, we don't need the potion. All right, we have Burning Oil here, 100%. 75% from Taunt. We're freaking dead. Ain't no way. We don't need No Mercy. Why would I take Frostbite? Is there any purpose to this at all? Triage, maybe. Because I have a sneaking suspicion the bug has not been fixed. What's the bug? I don't want to reveal it, okay? You will tell if it happens. Don't worry. If it doesn't happen, I'll say. Time to make Legendary Flint look like an F-tier item? Not my fault. Kinda my fault, but I can only do so much with what I'm offered, okay? All right, there's our Taunt. Possibly a fixed bug. Did that to get some HP back. Okay, I do believe the bug was fixed. What was happening is the down slam is so fast with Taunt. It's so fast with Taunt that it'll actually do the spikes before he even lands. Gonna say, is he even taunted? Chat, it's a lot faster than I'm used to, okay? All right, taunt wore off. Perhaps we leave it that way. My life! It's been a long time since I've done that. I never noticed how cold these tiles are. Yo, that's some Dead Cells Immortalis reference. Snowman build with the Frostbite. You ain't never seen Frostbite like this before. Now, if you were to say, V, how much damage did Frostbite do there? I legit have no idea compared to everything else. At one point, because he gets like damage reduction, I wouldn't be surprised if Frostbite was doing 1 damage. I'm not being toxic. All I'm saying is that he has damage reduction. So if it's 90%, Frostbite's doing probably like 10 damage. That's not Frostbite's fault. Would a poison and bleed build do the same thing? I don't think it would. That's not Frostbite's fault, okay? We gotta do a poll off that. This is my time, V. Now I can finally say what it means to use Frostbite. Rate the Frostbite. S, A, B, C. No idea, cause everything died. No idea, cause we won.